Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gents. It's Corey Wesley coming to you live and in living color from New York, Harlem, to be exact. Welcome to Kitchen Table Talk with me, Corey Wesley. What day is it? It's Thursday, right? Yes, it's Thursday, 7:32 a.m. Hopefully you're doing well. I took a black man, gay man day off yesterday, mental day. As many of us are doing, contemplating how we can push change, what can we do better. Um, I showed some emotion. I think people were a little shocked. And it's just funny how people respond to strong emotion. Um, and they think that you're spiraling out of control when that's not necessarily true. Some of us are capable of expressing our emotions and then freeing ourselves from it. And I think it's uncomfortable for people to hear or see anger, sadness, they hate tone. And especially coming from a person like myself who's always jolly, I don't really have, I've never ever been vocal about my feelings. I've never been vocal about my racial experiences. Um, People don't know that I was almost attacked in my home, almost killed by a white man, and was terrified to go to the police, and almost attempted rape by a white man, and did not go to the police. So when all of those harbored feelings drudge up, it's hard to articulate at times, and it's sad because where we are in the current state of mind and world, um, those you're triggered, and because the George Floyds are the ones that don't make it, I made it, and I still was frightened to go to the police. One, because I'm gay. Two, because I'm black. And three, I'm a man. Gay police officers will think I'm weak as a gay man, some of them, not all. I then have the racial profiling as a black man. And then I also have the black-white argument, or that some white Caucasian Americans think that their story will supersede a black person's. We saw that example in the Central Park with Amy Cooper and Chris Cooper. I think his name is Chris Cooper. I know his name is Cooper because I thought it was ironic that their names were Cooper. As she went into an hysteria, and my aggressor in my home, when I hooked up with, he threatened me to call the police because and that was the first thing he yelled at me, that he would call the police after he assaulted me. So everyone's story is there. So when you think of these isolated situations that do become public for us and the world to see, as we are beginning to see more and more of, that triggers people who have experienced it. Every black person in America has somehow, some way, some shape, some form have experienced racism. And so when they are expressing their anger, their tears, yes, we do need counseling, we do need therapy, we do need to process these emotions, but these emotions are already processed emotions because we've had to get over it and live our lives. And if we are still living thriving, happy lives, we have processed it. However, this drudges up a lot of emotion. I don't know what the answer is. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I do know some things. Is that as a black man and a gay man, I have been fighting, defending, pleading, begging for people to, one, listen, to understand that I am discriminated against in so many ways. As a black gay man, you don't understand how much discrimination we deal with. And And when you look in the history books of gay rights, it was a black trans woman who started it. It was because men of color and women of color and trans men and women of color were being brutally harassed by police in 1968. Is it 8? Sorry, 9. Stonewall 1968, and I need to get that fact right. Sorry, and that's just because I'm just so overwhelmed by information. And I'm glad I'm at my desk, so that, as you know, I'm at my desk because my ring light, well, my photo light broke, and I had to buy a ring light, and it's in the mail. 1969, sorry, wanted to get my facts right. 1969 riot started then. So it frustrates me as a gay black man that people don't understand the frustration and the agony that the black gay men have in this world. Even within our own communities, they're saying Black Lives Matter, but then they go around and they also are homophobic. So we also have that underlining issue here, that all black lives do matter, and that does include our trans blacks, our gay blacks, all of us. So you can't be homophobic and then say all black lives matter. And I watched the clip, and that's where I'm being inspired to talk like this or say this. I just feel that black men in general are not celebrated enough. We have girl power, we have, black girl magic and all that, and I urge my black male celebrities, leaders, to really start investing more in black men. I grew up as a young black man, and I didn't have that vision, and I don't, as even myself, I still don't have that vision. I think President Obama is probably that vision for me. And I was senior class president, and I remember my grandmother told me I wasn't going to win because it was a very mixed high school, but I would say more white. And I did win, but I didn't have a role model, and I had to motivate and inspire myself and look up to other, Martin Luther King wasn't alive when I was born. So the people that I respected were deceased, from Josephine Bakers to the Nina Simones to the Martin Luther Kings. They were all deceased. I didn't have anyone living to look up to. I mean, yes, my mom, my father and I have a relationship as an adult, but we didn't when I was younger. And that's not to say that I grew up like other households that the media, sorry, Chuck passing by, that the media would portray, but it was a relationship issue between him and my mother, and I wouldn't say that he was a dad that went to Vietnam and had his own personal issues, and but he and I have a decent relationship now, and so but I never did without. I had more than enough, believe me. I went to Catholic school, I did attend college, I lived, my mother gave me the best of the best. So that did help shape me. That's the reason why I'm saying that. That shaped and molded me. But we do need more black men power, gay black men power. I mean, when you look in our gay community, and I can focus on that, is you only see it's whitewashed. It's bred down. These hookup sites I have posted, I've tweeted them, I've asked them to please not let Caucasian men put no blacks on their profile, and some of my friends were shocked. My Caucasian friends were like, they do that? Women were shocked, they're straight, and they're like, they do that? And I'm like, yes. And so how you can see that can beat a person's esteem down It makes them question who they are. It's part of our history. It's a bad history. And the argument in the LGBT community has always been that that's a preference. And I feel that that's incorrect. It's not a preference. If you go back to your history books, and people used to write no blacks on people's walls, they would have to drink out of different water fountains. People have to understand their history and understand why this uprising. And people might say, oh, well, that's not happening to you. Well, that does not matter. That is part of my history. Excuse me. We know about the Holocaust. We know about, Civil War. We know about all of that, but our country does not know anything negative, deep down rooted negativity of what has happened to my race, black individuals. I posted something on my Instagram, and my friend Jaleesa is speechless because black babies were fed to alligators, and it is a true story, and I did my research, and it's horrifying. And if you know your research and you learn it, I guess when being woke, as people say, it does make you, it's scary to be woke. I am exhausted. When I say I'm exhausted, I'm glad now that I took a mental break that I can say why I'm exhausted. I'm a black gay man. I'm discriminated against on 2 levels. And I don't feel welcome in the LGBT community. Never have. At one point I did, but now I don't have any connection to it. I feel disgusted by it. When you have porn stars from Australia saying shoot them and ha ha ha, I don't watch porn, so I think his name is some Soto and some talk. I don't know. He's from Australia. Where black men are stereotyped in porn, that's why I don't watch it. We're demeaned. We're told that we're not great. We're not seen. There's no images of us in the gay community. Of course, and then you have black pride, and then you have regular pride, So obviously, we are not a united country. That's bullshit. We're not a united community in the LGBT community. I am disgusted on all accounts. I don't feel uplifted. I am very proud of myself that I have been able to motivate and encourage and believe in myself, and that's thanks to my mom. And I did have events in my life that motivated me, being senior class president, starting my own business. I've had accomplishments in my life. My home is a beautiful home that I've cultivated and worked hard to create. I have accomplishments that make me feel worthy, but all black men don't have that. I want you to understand that. There's rules that we have to follow. Don't wear a black hoodie at night. Don't carry your phone, or don't grab your phone when a cop is approaching. He might think it's a gun. When a Caucasian woman is coming towards you, cross the street at night. Don't walk behind a Caucasian woman. Do not get in the elevator because you're with a Caucasian woman. All of these things we have to think about. Don't put your hands on the wheel of a car. When you're stopped by the police, don't make sudden movements. We have to learn that. Our Caucasian brothers and sisters are not, or don't have to learn that, or never taught that, and this is where the injustice comes from. I believe that we need more leadership to uplift black men. Like I said earlier, we have Black Girl Magic, and I see all kinds of uplifting black women. But then when we're uplifting them, we're not uplifting the men. And then when we are uplifting black people, we get lumped in with everybody. There's no uprising for black men, which I want to start showing the world that black men are smart, beautiful, educated, talented, creative, not a threat. I also want to say in my last bit, as far as while took my mental day, I'm going to ask my Caucasian, this is specifically to my LGBT community. When you see no blacks on people's web profiles, or you see a Caucasian person using stereotypes and stuff, it's up to you to call them out on it, not a black person. That's where the tension starts. This is where we get into arguments and debates and unhealthy debates. It's up to you to do that. We didn't create, black men and women of this country did not create racism. I will say it again, we can't dismantle it. It's up to you. I'm also happy that I've seen a lot of my Caucasian brothers and sisters, black, straight and gay, out there. Please stop making it a photo opportunity, just like the president going and putting up a Bible. It's annoying. It loses its sense that you're there for us. It's like you're taking pictures and you're making it a mockery. If you want to show that people are getting beat by police, show that. If you want to make one picture, sure that you're there, that's wonderful, but then I question the motives if I see a ton of pictures and videos. Stop. Just be there. Just be there. And then let everyone know that you were there in your circle. Black people don't need to know that you were there. I mean, well, I'm happy to know that my friends or people that have supported me are there, because then I know that they're allies, but then when I see all these photo ops, it becomes questionable, okay? And then I just don't know if you're there or you're there just for show, and then I question that. And it's almost just as if I have what I experience when, if I do need help and I need to call a cop, I have to question, is this the day I'm gonna get a racist cop? We have a long way to go. I don't know the answers, but I am a black man that have had racial experiences I've indicated earlier. And you cannot take them away from me, and they hurt, and they drudge up so much pain because I didn't feel just enough, human just enough, to be attacked by a Caucasian man and did not feel safe to go to get help or report it. That's the sad part in this story. And there are many other black men and women in this country that have that same exact story. But you know what we did? We bowed our heads, we cried, and then we lifted our heads. And when we constantly turn on our television and see black men and women unarmed being killed, we get angry. And so, if I offended anyone or upset someone or thought that I was off the rails the other day, I'm not sorry for it. You don't know my story. However, it's up to me to share my story. Be eloquent, be mature, be smart, not hostile. But I am going to express my anger when I'm angry. I am going to cry when I cry because I'm sad and hurt. We are still living with racism, and that is the most unfortunate part of this whole scenario. And again, as I close, it is not up to black people to dismantle racism. It's up to our Caucasian brothers and sisters to do it. This is Corey Wesley. Thank you for tuning in to Kitchen Table Talk. I want you to have the best day ever. You know why today is the best day ever? Because you are a part of it. Remember to stay blessed because you're already blessed. And to my black brothers and sisters, you are worth it. You're worth it. Every dollar, every dime, every breath you take, you are worth it. Have a great day, everybody.